It is the year 1928. Deep in hell, in a small cottage in a wooded forest, two figures sit across from each other at a table. The first is a young man in a leather fedora, and sitting across from him is an enormous owl with two chicken legs, who has his head clenched in his fists and says, "Okay, tell me one more time, what are you proposing we do?"
How many times do I have to tell you? Okay. When you go to hell, you only go to hell for the amount of time that you need to go to hell for. Then, you go to another place.
How do you know this other place even exists? It doesn't, Jimmy James. There's good and there's bad, and that's all there is to it.
Okay, then you serve your time and you go to the good area. And then,
James!
if you're bad in the good area, you go to the bad area.
Listen to me. I'm sorry that you're not happy. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more for you. Okay? Truly I am. But you are proposing that we undo systems that were created at the dawn of humanity. They've been in place for longer than you can physically imagine.
Stolos, how long have you been watching humanity?
A long time.
How much has humanity changed in that time?
A lot. I'm not denying that.
Why can't the systems that punish and reward the humans, why can't it change with the humans?
Because it's not your call to make, bud.
It's yours.
It's not. I reside over precious stones and poisonous plants. I have nothing to do with the ins and outs of the greater systems at work. We've been at this for months, okay? I just don't think it's going anywhere.
Fine. I frankly, Stelos, I can't with you anymore.
Okay. And he kind of sighs and leans back, and says, "You know, the others ask about you."
And what do you tell them? Do you tell them the truth?
That you're not happy? Yeah. I do.
Well, maybe the truth could be different.
He nods his beak towards the door and says, "Goodbye, Jimmy James."
Goodbye.
Over the last 100 years, Jimmy James McGrath, accompanied by former cultist Danica Jones, police officer Janet Jingleson, priest-ish figure Ishmael Rathington, and former janitor Isaacs, have built a community for themselves down in hell called New Jamestown. A respite for sinners. A place with less torture, as some would describe it. However, a civilization built by people who are supposed to be tortured for eternity does not go unnoticed. The great prince of hell, Anguis, who resides over the realm, has kidnapped Isaacs as a way for him to regain control. This was 1 year ago. Recently, Jimmy James, you've had a vision. A vision of where Isaacs is being kept in a structure called the Maw, devoted to Anguis and primarily used for the torture of sinners within the realm. Tonight, in New Jamestown, there is a celebration. It is wonderful and also melancholy because this is your going away party. The start of a long journey that you've been preparing for some time. In the center of town is a large bonfire as people dance happily around it. This is where we find you, and you have an important job to do. You have to put together your team.
All right. So Jimmy James has definitely thought a lot about whether or not he should leave Janet here or take Janet with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't we play this out in conversation?
All right. I'm like not ready for this.
Hey, where's the stink?
Oh, don't worry.
I feel like Beth's just trying to play Georgie.
Also, I'm here. Hi.
Jimmy James, you walk up to Janet Jingleson. She is standing, arms folded, a little ways away from the main party, staring off into the distance towards the glistening fire. And as you walk closer, she jumps a little bit and says, "Oh, hey."
Hi. How are you?
I'm about as good as I can be, I think. She looks back towards the party. Everyone's so happy. It's kind of incredible for circumstances being how they are.
Yeah. Can we talk?
I didn't think you were coming over for a quick hug and a pat on the back.
Well, while I'm gone, I do need people in my crew.
Of course.
But I also need people here to make sure everyone's safe.
As you say that, she breathes an enormous sigh of relief. You've noticed in the last probably decade or so, Janet's demeanor has changed somewhat from her kind of harsh, very loud-mouthed personality. She's gotten a lot quieter, and you've noticed that she's been kind of looking around more anxiously recently.
I need people that I can trust to make sure that when I come back, people are still going to be as okay as they can be. And there's no one that I trust more than you.
She laughs and a little melancholy. She laughs and says, "Yeah, of course. I'd be more than happy to do this. I think it's the least I can do, and it's probably best that I stay here, just in case. I need a favor from you, then, if that's how you want to do things."
Anything.
She motions to two of your younger residents who are running around the bonfire, and she says, Tim and Jimbo came to me recently about one of our new-ish members, says that he's been harassing them.
Okay.
I think it might be good to get this guy out of camp for a little while. Maybe forever if he were to, I don't know, slip into a ravine somewhere or get lost somewhere along the way. She kind of raises her eyebrows a little bit at you.
Yeah, that works. No problem.
She points to a man, probably mid to late 20s. He's short, a little pudgy with kind of blonde hair. And Janet says, "That's him. He goes by Mick something or other. I don't know. It sounded pretty fake and stupid to me, but just check in on him and convince him to come with you, please, before you go.
All right. Fake and stupid sounding names are something that I can relate to.
Here's what I can't believe. I can't believe Jimmy James is still doing the fake Australian accent. It's been decades, almost 100 years, with the woman he loves. Does she know he's faking it?
I don't think Jimmy James believes that he's faking it anymore.
That's true.
I don't even think
years.
he is. I don't even think he is faking it. I think at this point, it's just become a part of his
born in New
voice.
York.
Yeah, he was. But you go to a place for a little while, you gain that accent, and when you force yourself to have an accent for a long time, you get stuck with that accent.
That's true.
Ask Max. Max and I once got stuck in an accent for 3 hours.
It was horrible.
I once got stuck in third person for about 4 hours.
Oh my god.
It was horrible.
Janet gives you a huge hug and says, I'm a call away if you need anything, and fuck him up, okay?
I will. Also, I'm not sure if I know how to call from there to here, but I'll try.
She shrugs and says, you'll figure something out.
For you, of course.
Who's next on your recruiting to-do list?
I feel like Jimmy James and Ish have really gotten close. They did go on that date.
That's right.
Christ.
I forgot about that. That was from the live Q&A, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, you approach Ishmael Rathington, a very, very kind of tall, intimidating man who is never quite changed out of the black robe he wore in life. He has these thick sideburns, and he turns to you as you come up and says, there he is, Jimmy James fucking McGrath.
Ish, I got a question for you real quick.
Of course, anything.
We've known each other a long time, right?
He gives you a... well, I can't think of the right word for it. He kind of narrows his eyes and smiles knowingly and says, we sure have.
So, in theory, we know a lot about each other, right?
I know more about you than I care to admit.
All right, quick question. I just want to make sure that I'm right on this memory. What did you do in life?
In life, well, I was a pastor, and I'm sure, and he kind of narrows his eyes and says, I'm sure you remember when you met me in that realm, and I let the whole thing go to my head a little bit, and it got me killed.
Of course I do. Yes.
Why do you ask?
Because, well, I feel like this might be odd, but I feel like I might have a need for a pastor.
Is that right?
Yes. Also, well, I've asked Janet to stay behind, and I could use a friend, someone I can trust, with me.
He looks surprised and says, really? You're leaving Janet in charge of New Jamestown?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who could do it better.
He nods, agreeing with you, and says, "You're not wrong at all. She's put a lot of heart and soul into this place. I'm surprised."
It was a hard decision, but I think it's what needs to be done.
He nods firmly and says, "Who's the rest of the team?"
Well, Max, is Isaac's here?
Isaac's got kidnapped.
Oh, okay, cool. Just doing a quick check. Well, I've got at least 2 in mind. Let's hit up Danica real quick.
Okay, if you're sure.
What's my relationship with Danica at this point?
I think I should probably let you make that call.
I feel like they never really got over the fact that he did kill Danica.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that sentiment. I think she might have a begrudging and reluctant sort of acceptance for you and your position.
Mm-hmm.
Although I definitely think your shared traumatic history, coupled with her being an absolute weirdo, has probably not blossomed into any sort of productive relationship.
Yeah. For some reason, though, I definitely feel like Danica would be a good fighter.
All right, so do you take Ish with you?
Yeah, I think so. I think he might be helpful in this situation.
Oh God. So you bring Ish over to where Danica is standing. She is dressed in the tattered purple robes that you have truly never, ever seen her without. And she turns to you and with a strange smile says, "The little lamb who went to slaughter and came back to pasture not once, but twice. How are you, Jimmy James?"
Ish, I've changed my mind. Danica, it was great to talk to you.
Ish pulls you aside a little ways away and says, hang on. Are you sure you don't want her? She's an extra pair of hands.
Don't forget you still got cash money, Danger McStinky.
Can you please introduce him as Cash Money Danger McStinky?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Ish says, if the scale of your journey is I'll wait.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's all good.
I just really want to see him go up to someone and say, "Hi, I'm Cash Money Danger McStinky." Oh my god. Oh, Max, I actually have a question though.
Okay.
Who else? Like, there are other people here. I'm just definitely forgetting them. Right? There are other people.
There are other people, but they're kind of like unnamed residents.
Okay, so there's no one other than Ish from like the from season 1. There was Ish, Isaacs, Danica, Janet, and me, and that was it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit. All right. What does Ish say?
Ish says, if this mission is any as dangerous as you've made it out to be, I don't think we can necessarily go wrong by having an extra pair of hands.
Yeah, I just, I never really apologized for killing her. And I have a feeling she never got over it.
Ish turns slowly to look at Danica, who's just staring at the two of you, unblinking, and looks back and says, yeah, probably not. But do you have anyone better?
Well, there's that Mick guy over there.
Ish turns towards the short blonde man and says, all right, you actually want to exclude Danica, but take along that guy? Have you heard what people are saying about him?
Well, oh my gosh, Ish, this is gonna be rough. Who would think that, living in hell would breed mistrust?
He does not appreciate your sarcasm and says, I will follow your lead on this. Yes or no to Danica?
I think we're gonna need her.
He kind of puts his arm around your shoulder, leads you back, and says, Danica, you are looking purple today. And Danica smiles, says, yes, thank you.
Danica.
You guys didn't see it, but Max just had his mouth very slightly open, at like this weird, like half smile lilt, but his eyes were mysteriously empty, unblinking, and staring off into a nothing that ceases to be.
I'm glad you could put that into words.
You're so welcome.
So he was just playing Danica, basically.
Yes.
Danica, so I don't know if you remember this, but after, you died, sorry for that, by the way,
What a moving apology.
you, turned into, I believe, like a lizard being.
Yes, a giant red lizard.
Did you happen to keep any of those fighting abilities?
You watch her reach into her robes, and she withdraws 2 of these black obsidian daggers.
Okay. Real quick deal, right? I'm sorry for killing you. Please don't kill me.
Can you even get killed in hell?
Please don't stab me. And you and I, and Ish, and some Mick guy over there, come with me.
Is that your full statement?
That's his full statement.
Okay, Danica, still with that strange, unblinking expression on her face, actually wipes a tear from her eye, and she says, that was a truly moving apology. I understand how hard it was for you to do that, seeing as it has been almost 100 years.
So is that a yes or no?
I would be more than happy to accompany you on this journey.
All right, that's good news.
Ish laughs nervously and says, yeah, that's great. We'll, come meet up with you in the morning there, Danica.
As she walks away, Jimmy James turns to Ish and just says, if she ever gets close to me with one of those daggers, do not let her stab me.
Yeah, sure. No problem. And he kind of coughs nervously and says, "Oh boy, I was for that until about the second we started talking to her."
That's how I was the first time, and then you talked me into this. Remember that 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, that's my bad. All right, who's this other asshole?
I don't know. It's a favor.
All right, so the 2 of you walk over to the short blonde man.
He's dancing.
Ish clears his throat and says, "Hello there."
He whirls around, looks up at you guys, and he goes, "Oh, well, howdy. It's me."
Oh, God.
Cash Money Danger Stinky, McStinky, that's my name. What can I do for you fine gentlemen?
Ish grimaces visibly, takes a step back and pats you on the back, Jimmy James.
I like that smile, sir. You got a cool look about you. You want to play poker?
All set, thank you. We don't play a lot of card games here. Jimmy James?
I heard some bitch bandit, but I don't really know much about that.
Jimmy James!
Hey there.
Howdy.
I don't think we've
Name's
officially
Cash Money
okay.
Danger. McStinky. How do you do? You're Henry, right? I've heard your name a couple times. Jerry? Jack.
We'll go with Henry.
Henry. Nice to meet you, Henry. I really like your hat.
Ish takes it a step forward again, back to his original position. And says,
Back to play some poker, are we? I could see it in your eyes.
my name is Ishmael. You can call
That's
me...
gross. I don't like that. I'm going to call you Joseph.
This is my associate, Jimmy James McGrath.
No, sorry. I think his name's Henry. You got to listen.
He is...
Jimmy James nudges Ish and just kind of gives him a nod. It's like, no, you know, it's me. It's Henry.
Okay, Henry.
All right.
So
Harold and
Danger
Joseph, right?
or Cash Money?
Oh, Danger's my name and Stinkett's my game, if you know what I'm talking about.
Did you just adapt an Australian accent?
No. Oh, God. I was from Texas. I'm from Texas. It's me. I'm from Texas.
I strongly believe that whole exchange just happened before our very eyes.
it definitely did.
That happened out loud, by the way. That was canon.
Yes, absolutely.
Jimmy James puts his hand on Danger's shoulder and he says, I like your
Gusto?
yes, that's
I get that
the
a lot,
thing.
especially from the ladies.
Yep, I need people to
I'm in.
help me. Okay, cool, good. All right, What's
the job? Who we robbing? I came to hell to escape. So, you know.
well,
here.
you escaped to the worst place possible. Good job. Proud of you.
Well, the name is not Danger for nothing.
All right, you have a good night. My
Enjoy the party.
associate and I will see you in the morning.
He follows you.
No, please don't do that.
Oh, I don't got nowhere to sleep, guys. If I'm on your team, I'm on your team for life.
We are not sharing a bed.
Danger chuckles and he's like, "Now I'll sleep on the floor."
fantastic. If you'll excuse me just for a moment, Mr. McStinky.
Pleasure doing business with Joseph. And he just kind of toddles off.
Ish turns slowly to you, Jimmy James.
Just don't mention to anyone that he's coming along with us.
I think, if anything, people will be delighted to know he won't be here.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you have any more business to attend to during the celebration, Jimmy James?
I don't think so. I guess in theory he should do an announcement letting everyone know that Janet will be taking over.
Yeah, we can do that real quick. I like Jimmy James's horrible announcements.
Does Jimmy James have bad announcements?
Sometimes.
Now you're putting pressure. All right.
Okay, so as the crowd starts to wind down, you take a stand on a shitty wooden podium to make your announcement.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
All right, Danger. I want to thank you all for really showing your appreciation and your support for me and my crew going on this journey. Yep. You can hold your applause. That one person. Now.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Now there is the issue of who will be running everything in my stead, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you saw this coming. There's no one I trust more than this person. She has helped me through a lot. She has helped me run this. She's helped me set this up. She's been there for pretty much day one here, and actually before, but that's another thing.
Uh-oh.
So, I want to let you all know that Janet will be taking control of New Jamestown for the time being. She is your new...
Janet, or not Janet, sorry. James not James. Fuck! What's my
Do you
character's
know
name?
your character's name?
Cash Money raises his hand.
Does anyone have any questions?
Cash Money waves his hand wildly.
No questions.
Excuse me, oh god. I'm from Texas.
Ish comes up and says, "Excellent, I'm so glad this..."
Are we renaming the town New Jingleton? Because I don't know if I can get behind that.
No, we won't be changing the name of the town every time there's a new leader. That would be...
Now, I think that's dumb, but okay.
No, New Jamestown will just be... You know what, this is... Okay, everyone have a great night, and everyone finishes their partying, goes to bed, Cash Money sleeps on the floor.
Cash Money Danger McStinky.
And in the morning, Jimmy James McGrath, Danica Jones, Ishmael Rathington, and Cash Money Danger McStinky set out across the harsh desert.
This is the best character I ever played.
Alright, it's me, Jimmy James, here for your regularly scheduled ad break. Just kidding, it's Max. Hey, what's up? Did I fool you? Probably not. I don't know if this ever made it out into the world, but Beth, Mark, and I love doing that exact line, alright. And I don't know why, it's really funny to us. It really messes Brett up, though, because then he starts doing it, but it's not really the Jimmy James accent, but it's fine. How are you? Thanks for listening to The Long Way Home. Oh boy. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I want to thank Brett, of course, for coming back for it. And so, yeah, let's talk about it a little bit, I guess. This episode is a love letter to season 1 for sure. If you like it, and I really hope you do, good news, there will be more of it in the future, down the line. It's going to be like an end of arc kind of deal. This will pop up here and there, I believe. But if you like it, give it some love. That way we know that you want more. That's the best way. Hey, so next episode comes out on the 29th, and that's the start of Arc 2, baby. What's Arc 2 called, you might ask? Well, I guess I could tell you now, since it's only a week away. Arc 2 is going to be called All That Glitters. So I hope you guys look forward to it. It's going to be a doozy of an adventure. We actually have just about the whole thing recorded already, so we're kind of killing it in that department. But if you want to help us kill it, the best way you can do that is to tell a friend about the show. Your support means the world to us. The people you tell, holy cow, that's so cool. Thank you guys so much if you tell a friend. And if you're all out of friends to tell, but you're still like, shit, I want to help, there are lots of great ways that you can do that. For example, on Tumblr, we've been posting some episode bits, little like 1 minute, 2 minute snippets of episodes. If you would give those a reblog, that would mean the world to us. Help us get the show out into the world. That's our goal here, to get us out into the world so that everyone knows, or failing that, so that a few additional people a week find out about us and listen to us. And as a reminder, Wishmaker is a great jumping on point for the show. So if you have a friend who's maybe reluctant to binge, I think we have 80 something episodes now. Wishmaker is a nice short adventure, self-contained, well, within this season, of course. So please tell them about that. That'd be awesome. Last week we started a new segment, which was our Listener of the Week segment. And if you want to be considered for Listener of the Week, the best way to do that is to do something about the show. Draw us some art. Tell a friend. Post about us in a weird and unusual way that catches our eye. It'll be cool. We'll thank you. We'll give you a nice shout out like this. This week we want to thank internet user Delta Mel 1. I know they have been working very hard to get through the tremendous backlog of season 1. And the reason I know that is because they have been live tweeting their experiences with the show for like 2-3 months now. A long time, and it's always exciting to see when they update, to hear their thoughts on it, because they just seem like a cool person. So thank you, Del. I believe in my heart of hearts that one day you will catch up, and I will have to make a mental note of myself to tweet about this so that you know ahead of time, because otherwise it's gonna be a while. Hey, this is a show that needs money to survive, and the best way to do that is Patreon. Patreon.com/Tincast. We have lots of good stuff. We have episode previews delivered hot and ready to your door every single week. So you always kind of know what's coming, but also not really, because this is usually like an hour or something long medium. So a minute wouldn't really tell you all that much about the shenanigans, but you get what I'm saying. We also have like monthly Q&As, behind the scenes type deals, and bonus episodes. There's so many bonus episodes now. We've been doing them for over a year. So for $5 and up, you get like, I don't know, probably an extra 15 hours worth of content, I would guesstimate, without going through it. And it's just there for you. And there's a lot of great behind the scenes from season 1 and season 2. They actually knew, the $5 and up patrons knew about All That Glitters before we did it, or before I announced it here like 3 weeks ago. They knew what was coming up, which is exciting. And then, of course, we have a lot of great tiers where I thank you guys every single week. Our Critical Success and Snake Eyes patrons, which are $10 and up and $15 and up respectively. And we thank you every single week. If you're interested, Critical Success now has 6 slots left, and Snake Eyes has 2. So now's a great time to jump on board if you're interested. So let us thank our I keep forgetting to do the voice. Let us thank our Critical Success patrons: Alexander Getty, Joseph Stowell, Smarties, and Robin. Thank you, Robin. I butchered your name last week, Robin. Sorry, Robin. I hope if I say it enough, it'll just sort of balance itself out, but it's Robin. And our Snake Eyes patrons: Brett Abraham, Niji Dragon, and Emmy Kirchner. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the show. And again, thank you to Robin for hopping on the Critical Success train. Choo-choo. Anyway, sometimes we run ads on the show. We offer $25 personal messages and $50 ads. If you're interested, hit us up at tincast13@gmail.com. This week, we got one. It's for a show called Pandemonium. Pandemonium. But pan is... it's Pandemon... It's Pandemonium, but it's Pandemonium. Does that make sense? Let me tell you about it. Do you want to find love? Are you tired of trying to identify with mortal beings? Do you work at a post office? What a coincidence! So does Iam. If you want to know more about your match, go to Pandemonium on Anchor.fm and maybe text her up on Discord by following the link in the episode descriptions. Warning! Being in a relationship with a demon doesn't automatically make you cool. Be respectful of your demon matches. Also, the metal stains on the ground are not covered by Anchor. If you want to learn all about finding love with demons, and also hearing someone do a rendition of my Psychic Rats medley from last week, hit them up. You can find them. I downloaded it on iTunes, and I think it's just available in a lot of different places. So definitely go check it out. Thank you. Give us a rating, leave us a review, smash the subscribe button. Make sure that when an episode comes out, you're prepared, because you won't want to miss what comes next. Hi everyone, I'm Max, creator of This Isn't Normal. Did you know that there's a service called Podbean, and you can rate it like iTunes. I just assumed everyone listened on iTunes, but apparently that's not the case. So you can leave us a comment on Podbean, and we know about it. But really, if you could just rate the show, whatever you're using to listen to, please, that'd be awesome. We have a lot of great ratings from a lot of great people, so thank you guys so much. Anyway, I think that's about it. Honest to God, if you would tell a friend or, reblog or retweet some of the stuff that we posted so it gets out into the world, that would be amazing. That would truly, truly help us out so much in so many different ways. Thank you guys as always for listening. We super appreciate all the love and support that we get from you every week. But I think it's time to get back into the madness, shall we? Join us on July 29th for the first part of All That Glitters in a brand new adventure that is sure to make you probably say, hey, I think I remember this character from season 1. Fairly early on into your journey, and I'm talking like 5 minutes out, Danica says, I'm sorry, who are you?
Me? I'm Jimmy. I'm Jimmy James.
Yes, no, the short man.
Oh, hello? Sorry. I'm from Texas. How do you do, ma'am?
The woman stares at you with glassy, unblinking eyes.
You know, your eyes are real funny. Do you by chance need glasses?
No.
Well, maybe blink a couple times then.
She blinks.
Oh, wow, that was real sexy. Nice to meet you. I'm Cash Money Danger McStinky.
Danger, please, quiet.
What?
Just, shh, stop. Shh, stop.
Oh, we're playing the quiet game?
Yeah.
I can be really good at the quiet game.
Yep. Please, you play the quiet game by yourself for eternity.
I can do about 10 minutes.
Well, try to beat that record.
Cash Money, what is your opinion on sheep and sheep culture?
I've had roast sheep, grilled sheep, boiled sheep. Don't really care for raw sheep. That almost did me in at least 6 times. But, 7 times a charm and all that.
Danica gasps and says, how vulgar.
No, you haven't seen my daddy when he debones a sheep. That's vulgar.
Danica, what's your opinion on sheep culture?
I believe that all little lambs deserve a chance.
Oh, now if we're talking about lambs, ooh,
Oh my gosh.
grilled lamb.
Hey, Danger! Remember the quiet game?
Oh shit!
Danica muffles a sob. And Ish just looks wholly uncomfortable, like he is just filled with regret. As the 4 of you toil your way across the hot sands of Anguis's realm, for a few days it takes you to reach the Maw.
There is no way we make it a few days with Danger McStinky.
When I say that by the end of it, the 3 of you are at your wit's end, well, you and Ish for sure. Danica is impossible to read, so you're not quite sure about what her take on any of this is.
I actually want to flip a coin. Do you have a coin on you?
Oh god.
Why don't you roll a d4?
Why don't you roll dice?
I don't like that. Hold on. Rolling
Oh,
dice
I'm sorry. Do you not like the game we're playing there,
No,
Beth?
I've never liked the game. Ciao. Okay. So, because I rolled an odd number, and I had this set in my head.
I'm glad that we know the rules now that you've rolled.
Doesn't matter. So, because this is personal only, this only applies to Danger. So, if I rolled even, Danger was just kind of going to be the whole weekend, or however long it takes, and just like, he's fine. And he's like, having a good time. If I rolled odd, he was going to become indoctrinated into Danica's cult. So,
All right.
Now he is quietly hanging on to Danica's every word, every time she speaks. This happened on day 2.
Phenomenal. Hopefully we'll be able to touch on that a little more in the near future. Because on the 4th day, the maw rises into view. This structure, I would say it strikes fear into you, but after 100 years in hell, honestly, it's probably just kind of par for the course. But the structure itself is massive, imposing, and to a less indoctrinated person would probably strike fear in their hearts. And Ish says, "So he's somewhere in there."
Yep, looks like it.
Do we have a plan?
Sort of.
He gives you a look and says, "Sort of."
Max, how large is this place about?
Like you want some sort of real world comparison?
Yeah, something like that.
I would say about as wide as a super Walmart, and about as it probably goes about 8 to 9 stories up, kind of closing in on itself towards the top, a bit like a pyramid, like a Mayan sort of deal, but it's a lot more jagged. There's no symmetry really to speak of.
All right. So the plan is to go in through the front door and really, really hope that there's a map.
A map.
Do you have a better plan, Ish?
Danica says, "I personally love this plan."
I also love this plan.
Danica, you're a smart person.
Yes.
Do you have a better plan? Or even a different plan?
Why, of course.
Would you like to share with the group?
She takes her time, nodding slowly, and says, "I believe the best way to get into that base would be to convince the guards to follow in the path of righteousness and truth. And once we do that, we can convince them to lead us to Isaac's and get him out of this dreadful place."
Can I change my vote? I want to vote for her plan. Oh shit, I'm going to swing again.
Well, I did say basically any plan. What exactly, real quick, is the righteous and true path?
Not eating sheep. That's what fuck. I'm from Texas.
We need to show them the light, Jimmy James, the light that I once tried to show you.
Yeah, you bitch.
Danica, throwing this out there real quick. In life, we never met. Well,
what?
I'm pretty sure we never met. Didn't I just see you from a distance?
I met you in a bar. We had a heart-to-heart. I invited you to throw away your sins. How do you not remember this?
Ish, can you tell her how bad I am with this whole... It's been 100 years.
Danger pulled a gun on you.
What? Where did you get that? Who let you have that?
Made a deal.
How much contraband did you have to give up to get a gun?
Play enough poker, you get the cards. Fuck. I'm from Texas.
Alright, I have a feeling this motherfucker has a fake accent, okay? Since he keeps dropping it every 2 seconds.
There is absolutely nothing fake about me, baby.
Danica. Listen. I don't even know what to do. Can we... Danger, give me your gun. Danica, can you please tell him to give me his gun?
Danica, should I give him my gun?
Will you use it for righteousness? Jimmy James?
Is saving Isaac's a righteous thing to do?
She gets very close up to you, nose practically touching your nose, and says, "Will you use the gun for righteousness?"
I will do my best to stick to the path of truth and righteousness.
Recruit McStinky, please relinquish your gun to Mr. McGrath.
He fucking Danger like lobs it at him. And I'll tell you why. Because as soon as you catch it or let it drop, and like I assume recoil, as one might expect it to go off, Danger lets out a little chuckle and he's like, "Yeah, I got the gun, but I did not play enough hands to get any bullets."
Danica? What does the true and righteous path say about people like him?
McStinky may be a new member on the path of truth and righteousness, but I believe nobody is above or below redemption.
Yeah, he high fives himself.
Ish!
Yeah, bud.
I guess we're going in with the plan of either find a map or convince some demon gods to follow the true and righteous path. So
You could also probably beat them with the gun. It's
Yep.
good for beating.
Yep, okay.
If you pick it up, if you pick up the gun, it does have dried blood on it.
He picks up the gun. Does he still have his holster? Does Jimmy James have a holster?
Yes.
Does he have a gun?
No, you have not been able to attain a gun, and you're almost century down in hell.
All right. So he puts the gun in the holster. He
Okay.
does his whip though, right?
Yeah.
All right. He puts the gun in his holster, and he starts walking towards the building.
Okay. Everyone follows suit behind you, and as you approach the front entrance, you do see there's one guard on either side of the large open space leading inside.
All right. Hey, Danger.
Yeah.
How are you at I don't know, talking to
Distractions?
people?
Oh my god.
No.
Talking to people. I'm from Texas. I am absolutely fantastic at talking to people. Fuck. I can't do this accent.
I highly recommend that you go up there and talk to those guys.
Would that help
And-
me in my path to righteousness?
Danica nods and says,
All right, I'll be right back. Goodbye.
Oh.
And he starts trudging off.
He did not finish. He was supposed to talk to them on the other side of the building.
Oh, well, maybe ask him to come back.
Danger!
Yeah. He turns around.
Can you, bring them around to the side of the building while you talk to them?
Oh.
Really just away from that door.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can do that.
That sounds great.
Can I put in, parentheses here? If you are from Texas or have a southern accent or are from the South, I am so sorry. I have a terrible accent, and I started saying I'm from Texas to try and get me back into it, but I'm not saying that anyone from Texas has a dumb, stupid accent like what I'm doing. It was just the first state I thought of. I'm so sorry.
we have so many listeners in Texas, too.
I know. Maybe we can put this. Maybe I can put an apology in the beginning and just be like, "I'm so
No.
sorry to anyone who's from Texas."
It'll be okay.
All my friends in Texas ditch me.
All right, so Danger McStinky, you approach these two guards. You've seen sort of the demonic denizens of Anguis's realm before. They are these sort of bipedal cat-like creatures with these long manes, but their cat-like appearance is deceiving because the true brain behind them is their their tail, which ends in a snake head. And as you approach, one of the snake heads swivels towards you and says, "Name and business."
Howdy, my name is Cash Money Danger McStinky. I'm here to talk to you.
What?
So, I was sent here to talk to you two. This is actually a really bad place to do it. The lighting is all wrong here. Could I get you guys to just sort of come with me over on the other side of the building where the light's really nice and we can really begin this discussion?
Roll persuasion.
Cash Money McStinky got a 37.
The two snakeheads look at each other and say, "Yeah, sure, it's not like anyone else is coming here."
Hell yeah. And I mean, hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Can I get your guys' names? I'm so sorry, I should have asked. It's quite rude of me.
My name is, Xanderbelt.
Xanderbelt. Can I give you a cool nickname?
Yes.
I'm gonna call you Roger.
Oh, I love it.
And you, sir?
My name is Twinkles.
All right, you're Arnold. That cool?
I love it already.
All right, Roger and Arnold, let's go. And he starts sort of like leading them like a parade.
Okay, they follow suit behind you. And Jimmy James, you watch with a mixture of, I'm sure, shock and astonishment, which I guess are kind of the same things, but it catches you off guard. And Ish rubs the back of his head and says, "Well, I'll be fucked."
Ish, that's a weird thing to say. Just throwing that out there. Like, can you get a new catchphrase or something?
Danica walks by and says, "You disgusting piece of shit."
I like Danica.
As she starts walking towards the entrance.
Jimmy James, like, pats Ish on the shoulder and then starts following her.
Ish pauses for a moment, looking downtrodden.
He wipes a tear from his eye.
No, he doesn't. He's just like, oh. And he follows. Danger, do you want to start talking about your pitch as the others enter the building?
Yeah. He's like, so recently on my travels, I became indoctrinated into what I believe is some kind of sheep cult. Have you guys ever had sheep before?
I can't say we've had the pleasure.
It's really good, but also I've learned it's probably bad to eat sheep. But anyway, this woman I was talking to, told me all about, like, truth and light and bullshit. That's why I took you guys over here. It's a lot of brighter over here. I figured there's more light, probably more truth that way.
Is your accent changing?
It might be. Fuck. Hold on. I got this. Ready? I'm from Texas. So
I see.
Yes. So sometimes, when you're straight from the path, you just gotta remind yourself where you came from. I came from Texas. It's really bright in Texas. Where are you guys from?
All right, we're gonna cut away from that. As the three of you enter the main entrance to the Maw. Inside of this dark building, this is actually one of the coolest places you have been in during your 100 years. The temperature has dropped significantly, almost immediately. And Ish looks around and says, "No map."
Well, it looks like they finally figured out that air conditioning thing, right?
Air what?
You're from the 20s, Jimmy James.
I've met people.
Well, Danger McStinky's from 1986. That's when he died. So maybe he knows about air conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's very possible Jimmy James has, heard about it. I just don't think that Ish has.
I feel like Jimmy James has heard that it's a thing, but it hadn't caught on yet when he had heard about it.
Yeah, and you're also probably not 100% sure what it even is.
He just knows that it makes the air cold.
Yeah.
So there's no map. All right. Well, I gotta be honest. I think the only option is to maybe not convince the gods of the true and righteous path, but get them to basically tell us where Isaacs is, possibly by telling them about the true and righteous path.
Back outside the gate, why don't you wrap up your righteous spiel?
No, see, here's what happened. Danger's been talking to these guys for maybe about 5 minutes, but they've been so nice and so welcoming to him that he really feels a kinship with him. And he's like, now, I've told you guys all about this, like, cool little, like, righteousness club, this, like, sheep club that I'm in. I would love if you guys would join. Like, you guys are so nice, so welcoming. Really reminds me of Texas.
One of the snakes sheds a tear and says, "This is the best conversation I have ever had in all of my thousands of years on this world."
You know, I don't really want to leave. I was supposed to do other things today. Can I join you guys? Can I be a guard?
The two look at each other and says, "We'll need to take it up with the boss, but I don't see why that would be a problem."
Don't worry. I am great at interviews. I promise that I will not make any mean jokes because I am trying to be better than that. But if I have to do an interview, maybe pass an exam or two, even go to like some basic training, I'll do it because you guys are so great. Arnold, Roger, I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too, Danger McStinky.
Gives him a hug.
Yeah, they give you a hug too, and the three of you head back in, and Roger says, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Oh shit! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm doing a terrible job. These guys are trying to break into the cave.
Hi, Danger.
Oh hey.
Are you friends with these guys?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to get a job as a guard now, so I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave.
But Danger, we're friends, right? And he like elbows Ish.
We've been through a lot together during our 4 days of travel, and I truly feel a connection. And Danica pushes the two of you aside and says, "Cash money, Danger McStinky. Never in my century between Earth and Hell have I ever met someone so quickly devoted to what I have been trying to accomplish for my entire existence. Please do not throw it all away."
Oh, Danica, don't even worry about it. I got these two into our club. They're on board.
Arnold looks at you and says, "Is this the one you were telling us about?"
Yeah, this is her.
Arnold bows his head solemnly and says, "I will do as you command, oh great one."
Danger elbows Roger, and he's like, "Are you in, my dude?"
Roger nods earnestly, but he's a little shy, so he doesn't talk as much.
Don't you worry about it, Roger.
Danica smiles blankly towards you, Jimmy James, and says, "See? No problems here."
Yeah. No problems at all. Jimmy James gives Ish a look. One that he tries to make very clear that is basically, we made a huge mistake.
Ish is sweating frantically. And Danica says, "Now, remind me, Jimmy James, where are we going?"
Well, we're here to visit a prisoner that you have here in the Maw.
"What's his name?"
Richard Isaacs.
Is that really his name? Did we
Isn't
ever
that his
get...
name? I thought it was Richard.
I don't think it was Richard.
I think Richard Isaacs is Atlanta Knights.
I thought it was like Abraham.
No. I thought it was Richard.
Richard Isaacs is a character from Atlanta Knights.
Oh, fuck!
I thought it was Abraham, and if I'm wrong,
That is
then
totally why I thought it was Richard Isaacs.
Did we even ever give Isaacs a first name?
I think
It's now Richard.
Shout out to Atlanta Knights, which is one of the funniest books that I've ever encountered. It is a Sting manuscript, and it is amazing, and we will continue calling the character Isaacs and not Richard Isaacs.
It is also the reason why I was able to develop an Australian accent.
Oh my god, that's right!
Shout out to the Max.
Damn, Atlanta Nights is incredible. Anyway, that's our free
I
publicity.
highly recommend reading it with a friend.
And Roger says, "Ah, yes, Isaacs. We captured him almost a year ago."
Really? Almost a year now?
It's been a while, yes. We can take you to him, of course, assuming the Great One wills it. And Danica says, "Yes, I think I do. I think that sounds delightful. Lead the way, my little lambs."
Danger giddy. It was giddy, and he's clapping as he kind of grabs the two of them by the arms, not the two Arnold and Roger, and just starts dragging them. He's like, "Guys, I'm so excited to take a tour of the new base. This is so cool."
Ish trails behind with you, Jimmy James, and says, "What the fuck?"
I don't know what to do. We are now outnumbered. All I have is a whip and an empty gun. And Danica has followers again, which honestly, never thought it would happen in all of eternity.
It takes all sorts, Jimmy James.
Ish, what do we do?
We go along with it for now.
Ish, you're exactly right.
No,
we go so hard along with it. We pretend that we are all in on this whole... whatever it's called.
Cult?
Yes, but I don't know if she likes that word.
Yeah, but that's what it fucking is.
Cool. Ish, if we want to live, or, well, at least not get stabbed in the face by those things, a dude named Danger McStinky and Danica, I think we need to pretend that Danica is in control here, because, well, honestly, she is. She has the numbers right now.
This is the worst fucking day of my life, and I died twice.
Also, throwing this out there because I can trust you. The reason, maybe I should have told you this before, but the reason Danger is here is, I was asked to toss him down a cliff. So, if we get up to the top of this building and we can, toss him down, without anyone really noticing, we should do that.
Yeah, that's...
Also, I'm kind of down to do that to all four of these people right now, but...
One at a time, bud, and the two of you follow behind.
My god.
You are led down into the depths of the maw, down what feel like countless stairs. As you descend deeper and deeper, you hear screams from the various levels that you pass by. Horrible, wretched screams, the sources of which you could only imagine in your wildest nightmares. Danica comments, "My, what beautiful architecture you have here."
Danger nods enthusiastically.
Roger and Arnold blush somehow. Their little cat faces blush. Man, I've created a lot of weird things. Anguis's realm is one of the fucking most bizarre. If I can just speak out loud.
That's so fair. Honestly, at first I was like, I'm just gonna use this character to be kind of annoying until he gets murdered. But now I'm so caught up in this story of him being enraptured by this group club where he's finally super accepted, and he's not even lying, he's just into it. He's made friends, he wants to stay here forever.
Oh god. And eventually Roger and Arnold lead you away from the stairs, down a row of cells, and your collective group stares at the absolute shell of Isaacs. Death is a very hard concept to accomplish down in hell for very obvious reasons, but torture is par for the course. And Isaacs is in a state of mutilated disrepair. Some of his entrails have been let out. He is missing his left arm. Isaacs turns painfully towards you, coughs up some blood, and says, "McGrath, I didn't think I'd see you again."
Honestly, Isaacs, I wasn't sure if I'd see you. Can we get this cell open?
The two guards nod enthusiastically and start running off down the hall to find the key.
Danger goes with him.
Okay. Isaac says, "What are you doing?"
We're getting you out of here, bud.
To where?
Back to New Jamestown.
James, That's
Isaacs,
only gonna make him mad.
Listen, we can get you out of here, and I might be able to get you somewhere safer.
Jimmy James, this has been the worst year of my life.
I know, and we have been searching for you high and low, I promise.
I know. I can't go back. The things they did to me, I don't know if there's coming back from this. If you get me out, Anguis is only gonna make it worse on you, on everyone. You gotta take it down. The Maw. You have to take the Maw down.
Won't that just make him even angrier?
He's here. He's here right now. I don't have a lot of strength left, but if you could get me to the center of this wretched structure, I can try and take it down. I can make a difference that way.
Jimmy James is speechless right now. He kind of nods. He looks down the hall to see if the things are coming back yet.
You hear a jingle of keys echoing down the hallway, but it sounds like it's still a ways off.
All right. Danica, the right and righteous and true thing is to destroy this building. Are you with me?
Are you convincing Danica this is the righteous thing to do?
Sort of, I guess. I guess he's trying to. I think he's trying to like put his plan of like letting her be in charge along with the fact that he doesn't want to let her be in charge.
All right, why don't you roll persuasion to convince her that this is her idea?
All right. That is a success.
Oh, thank God. Danica pauses for a moment, taking in your words carefully, as if she's drinking a fancy cup of soup or something. I don't know.
Soup? What?
Danica loves soup. This has been a fun fact about This Isn't Normal. You've never asked her, but she loves it. And Danica says, "Yes, I agree. If Isaacs wishes to sacrifice himself for the greater good, I say we go for it."
Jimmy James turns to Ish real quick and says, "Wait, what if we could get Danger to sacrifice himself for the greater good? Do you think we could pull that off?"
Ish ponders your idea and says, "Fuck, it's worth a try, isn't it?"
That is why I love you, bud. All right.
Danger, you come back with the two guards who start unlocking the cell for Isaacs.
Okay. He's just kind of hanging.
Yeah, Jimmy James, do you want...
Oh, he pulls Danger aside.
Okay.
Howdy, Jimmy James. Jimmy James? Henry? Jimmy James? What's your name again?
Henry.
Henry.
Now, Danger, we've really gotten to know each other over the last 4 days.
Sure have.
And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and take this place down, right? So that way maybe you can be a god of the rubble.
Yeah, but I'm a god here now. I work here in this facility.
Well, you don't really have a job yet.
Well, I was gonna try to. I mean, Arthur.
Do you listen? You know what a really good
Arnold.
job.
A what?
You know what a really good god does.
What?
A really good god will make sure that if the building were to go down, they were the last person out.
Okay, but I don't want the building to go down because I work here now, and they have benefits.
Do you know that? Did you really talk to them for so long that you learned about the benefits?
What the fuck did you think I was talking about when we went down the, jeez, I'm from Texas. When we went down the hallway to go get the keys. I was
Honestly,
asking...
I thought you were just saying I'm from Texas over and over again.
No, I mean, just like, it's a Texas thing, you would understand. We walked down the hallway, I was asking them, like, what's it like being a guard here? What are the benefits? Do you guys have any video games, anything like that?
He puts his hand on his shoulder and he says, Danger.
Yeah.
Think about it. What would be the most true and the most righteous thing to do?
Weekends off.
Ish chimes in and says, "The fuck's a video game?"
What the fuck do you mean, what the fuck's a video game?
At this point, Arnold puts his hands kind of like on his hips, says, "Hey, wait a second, what the fuck are we doing?"
Mm-hmm.
As he's like standing in this open cell, and Isaac coughs and says, "McGrath, there's no time for this."
Jimmy James has his bullwhip, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good to know just in case. Danger?
Yeah.
These guys are your friends, right?
Yes. But you're my friend too. Right? You've said
Would you
that.
ever do anything to hurt any of us?
Not that I could imagine.
Danger, I want you to go over there and give those two guards the biggest, friendliest, most bear-huggier hug of all time.
Okay, I guess.
Do you go over and sweep your two friends up in a hug?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, you do that.
Jimmy James just tries to get everyone out of
He
there.
whispers into their fur. He's like, "I love you guys."
Wait, what is Jimmy James doing?
Jimmy James is trying to get Isaac, Danica, and Ish out of there.
Okay, you successfully managed to do that in the middle of this bear hug.
All right. We don't have to roll for that? I gotta be honest.
Well, McStinky did it for you. He swept all his friends up in a big hug.
Sounds good to me. Cool.
All right.
All right.
So now the four of you are outside of the cell, and the cultists, I guess we can officially label them as a collective,
It's their club.
are inside the cell.
Sheep club.
Do they have the keys? Who has the keys?
Yeah, one of them has the keys.
Shit. All right. Can Jimmy James is gonna, can he see the keys?
Yes.
He's gonna try and whip the keys out of their hand or off their belt or whatever it is.
Okay.
All right.
Roll whip.
Come on, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. That is a hard success.
All right. You nimbly whip the keys off, and they fly directly into your hand. And I imagine from here, don't let me tell you what to do, but I imagine you slam the door closed.
Slam the cell shut. Make sure it's locked.
Yeah, you pull on it a few times, and Arnold says, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Danger jumps around, turns back around. He's like, "Oh shit, guys! I think you locked us in here on accident."
Oh, he puts the keys in his pocket and says, "I lost the keys. Let's go, everyone."
Wait, you're gonna leave us in here? I thought we were friends.
Jimmy James doesn't say anything and just like, "Let's go."
He calls, "Wait, Danica!"
Danica stops and turns.
Danica, you're just gonna leave us here?
Danica turns and looks at you, Jimmy James. She looks distraught.
I thought you cared about us, Danica. You thought you cared about the truth.
I...
And light and stuff.
James, this isn't the path of
Danica.
righteousness.
Do you think that we can get out of here if all three of them are with us?
I don't think...
Do you think that we can save Isaacs and take this building down?
I don't know.
Danica, please don't leave us in here.
Jimmy James, we can't.
Danica, we don't have the time. We need to go.
Ish looks at you, Jimmy James says, yeah, we really don't have the time. And he's like looking frantically at Danica, like to Danica and then back to you, like motioning like maybe this isn't the time for this.
Come with me, Danica. Please.
Roll persuasion.
I dropped one. All right. That is a success.
Oh, wow.
Can I also roll to persuade Danica to stay?
Yeah, you'll have to make a hard success.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
He got a 35.
That would also be a success.
Well, I guess since he rolled first and I was just defending against, that'd probably be attacker's choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danica starts bawling and says, I'm so sorry, my little lambs.
You're no leader, Danica. I don't know why I ever put my faith in you.
Is that you spitting?
Yeah.
All right.
It's actually her just farting.
All right. The four of you travel back upwards following Isaac's instructions. And he leads you to this room that is... Basically, it's pretty empty, but there are 4 stone pillars. And Isaac says, this is it. This is what holds everything up. And he motions for you to put him down near, like one of the pillars.
All right. He puts him down near one of the pillars.
Go.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use whatever I have left. And I'm gonna dislodge this pillar.
He just starts exploding, like a little tiny, like...
I don't honestly, Isaac, what do you have to destroy the pillar?
He, kind of kicks his legs a few times and says, it's gonna take me a minute. Get on out of here.
Jimmy James looks at Ish and is just confused.
Ish kind of says, Jimmy James, this is for the best. If we get Isaacs out of here, they're just gonna send more and more of those assholes. More and more of our people are gonna end up here.
Cool. What is Isaac's gonna do with his leg against a pillar?
Isaac's kind of like, or Ish pushes his weight against it, and without too much difficulty, he actually starts to move it a little bit and says, shoddy construction.
This is the stupidest building I've ever seen. Let's get out of here.
Isaacs grabs you as you pass Jimmy James and says, McGrath.
Isaacs, I won't let anyone who comes into New Jamestown not have the knowledge of what you did today.
Thank you.
He gives him like a brief hug.
Yeah, there's blood on your shirt now.
That's fine. He's used to it.
That's fair. And so I guess it's now you, Ish, and Danica. The 3 of you run out of the maw. And as your foot hits the sand again, you hear, you Kentucky Tim motherfucker!
You know what? I am a Kentucky Tim motherfucker.
You turn around and say that as you face Anguis standing in the entrance. The majestic lion stares down at you with daggers in their eyes as the snake head rears its way and stares at you as well and says, "You ungrateful swine.
I'm sorry. What was I supposed to be grateful for?
The second you arrived here, everything I've spent my existence working towards down the shitter. What do you hope to accomplish? A new world, a new life? There is no happy ending for you, Jimmy James. There's no escape."
I'm not looking for a happy ending for me. And you're not gonna get one either.
And as you say that, a rumble erupts from the maw. Anguis looks around frantically to try and find the source, but is struck with one of the heavy stones that makes up the structure. It screams a terrible, horrible sound as the whole building begins to collapse in on itself. And this is a deep structure, so it goes down and down and down deeper as the entire building disappears from view. Before long, the three of you stand at the edge of an enormous hole. Looking down, you can't even see where it ends. And Ish turns to you, Jimmy James, pale, sweating, horrified, and says, "What's next?"
We'll do this to all of hell. Jimmy James starts walking back.
Okay.
I can't believe Danica ditched Cash Money Danger McStinky. I can't believe it.
Honestly, I thought Jimmy James was gonna have to kill Danica as well.
I'm so betrayed. I believed in her.
The roles are reversed. Yeah, I wanted Beth to sit in on the session so she could kind of hear what we're doing. And she turned to me like an hour before we were going to start and says, "I want to play a character named Dangerous McStinky."
Cut this. It's a surprise.
Oh, sorry. I'll put it in bloopers.
Hell yeah. Guys, just so you know, I had the masterpiece idea of Dangerous McStinky in sort of like a fever haze of tired and like over caffeination.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect.
Perfect. He is missing his left arm, and Beth is getting a phone call.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. Every time, without fail.
Do you have to take this?
Yes, I do.
Oh my
Hi,
god.
what's up?
That's all good. Hey, Brett. Thanks for coming by. I super appreciate it. Are you like how you doing? Are you ready?
I think I am the most ready I've been since the beginning. I've been really like trying to connect with Jimmy James. Did you read the backstory sheet I sent you?
The 10-page one?
It was 20 pages actually. Did you read the back?
Oh, I didn't know there was a back.
All right, that's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I have been connecting with Jimmy James. I've been spending a lot of time really, really getting the accent down and understanding his motivations and kind of where he's at right now, you know, because he's going through a lot, and I think I can really relate to him now that I've just spent a lot of time connecting. I think this is going to be like the performance of a lifetime for me. Like this is going to be the one. I'm very excited.
Yeah, hell yeah. I hope you don't mind. I did invite Beth to come along too.
Hey.
And she was just supposed to be listening at first, but she actually pitched a character to me that I thought would be really, really good for this.
Yeah, I spent I know you said you like spent a lot of time with Jimmy James. This character is probably one of the most I've spent the most time on. Like Dandy and Atticus are really cool, but I actually really like this character, and I'm kind of hoping that his like vibe is gonna mesh well with Jimmy James, especially like a nice thought out Jimmy James. I think they're really, really gonna connect.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about it so Brett knows what to expect?
Oh, yeah, so my character's name is Cash Money Danger McStinky, and he is blonde.
Max.
Yeah, what's up?
I just I don't know if okay. I don't think I can't do this. I can't.
What?
Cash Money Danger McStinky? Are you
Yes,
kidding
it's
me,
gonna be-
Max? Are you kidding me right now? Seriously, how much time did I spend on this? And you're sitting here putting me with Cash Money Danger McStinky? Are you
Well, the
fucking
fans-
kidding me? No. I thought we were gonna go on a more serious route with Jimmy James. Jimmy James is a serious character. Like, you're gonna put me with Cash Money Danger McStinky? What is this? Oh my gosh. Jimmy James is the lifeblood of the show. You know that, right? Like, without Jimmy James, there's no connection between season 1 and 2. It's just a bunch of people in the same town doing the same thing with a stupid
He's
demon.
right.
Oh my gosh. You know how many calls I turned down to be here today? I had to tell my cousin Anthony that I could not do his YouTube video because I had to do this. Do you realize that? You realize that I had to tell my 12-year-old cousin that I couldn't help him because I was coming here because that was serious. That's what you told me. It was going to be serious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand like how much work I put into this. Like, you obviously don't get what it's like to put your life and soul into something, obviously. Oh, I can't. I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we can also just like replace Jimmy James with Cash Money because he's been, like I said, really well fleshed out. And I don't think anyone's gonna notice if I come in and I'm like, "What's up? It's my Cash Money, Danger McStinky."
That's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
You cannot do that. You can. What? No, what? You can't. Jimmy James is the most important character. Oh my god. All right. Fine. If it means that Jimmy James stays in the show, I guess I'll do it. Okay, fine. Oh my god.
Okay. I mean, listen, dude. If it's if it's gonna be a problem, I can just do my Jimmy James voice. I've been practicing a lot.
As when Beth brought hers out, I like had to hold it back.
Guys, what if I'd actually gone in with Cash Money and like done that accent instead of the accent I did?
What if like we actually recorded the entire episode with Cash Money Danger McStinky as Jimmy James and didn't say anything until the end,
that'd
where
be
we
really
just have this argument.
That would be so fucking funny if he survives what happened to him and he goes back to New Jamestown and he like finds like, I don't know, something and just puts on a fedora and he's like, "Hello, it's my Jimmy James."
I'm from Australia.
Jimmy James, you look shorter and fatter and like annoyinger, and he's like, "Yeah, I got cursed by a demon." Janet, come here, you big thing. And Janet's like, I don't think so.